National concerns about student debt and the value of higher education are real and concrete. The current U.S. student debt of $1.2 trillion has surpassed credit card and auto loan debts. This is a quickly growing problem across all sectors of higher education. For example, nearly 70% of all bachelor's degree holders have taken out student loans with an average debt of $29,400. You might have heard about the Department of Education's new regulation, Gainful Employment, which attempts to identify programs that leave students with unaffordable levels of loan debt in relation to their earnings. The problem is that the new regulation only applies to degree programs at for-profit colleges, while exempting similar programs at public and nonprofit institutions. As a result, a program at a for-profit college may be closed, while the same program with inferior outcomes at a nonprofit college is exempt. This doesn't make sense. Information should be available about all programs, regardless of for-profit, nonprofit, and public status, so students can make informed decisions. Let's see how this plays out. Ironically, many institutions with weak outcomes, like low graduation rates and high default rates, pass the rule, while many with excellent outcomes fail. For instance, there's a nationally recognized fine arts college in New York City that educates 4,500 students and happens to be for-profit. It has a high graduation rate, a low default rate, and a low number of student loan defaulters. Now compare it to a large public two-year college in the Midwest. It has a low graduation rate, a high default rate, and a high number of defaulters. Even though the Midwestern Public College is 6 times larger than the New York Fine Arts College, it has 37 times the number of student loan defaulters. That means a student borrower at the Midwestern College is 6 times less likely to graduate and 3 times more likely to default than a student borrower at the New York Fine Arts College. The programs at the Midwestern College pass the rule, while most of the programs at the New York Fine Arts College do not. The department should recognize that some careers pay less right out of college, and that does not mean a program is of poor quality. Finally, the gainful employment rule doesn't pass the basic test of fairness. Here's what we mean. The Education Department has never provided any data on student salaries and debt to colleges about their programs based on the new rule. So thousands of programs won't know they've failed until it's too late to make changes to comply. To add insult to injury, the new rule is based on students' debt and income that occurred before the rule even went into effect. There's simply nothing an institution can do to impact past results. So here's what all this means for students. They will receive salary and debt information on for-profit colleges, but they won't get the same information on the vast majority of college programs to make useful comparisons. But relevant information should be made available for all degree programs, nonprofit, for-profit, and public, so students have all the information they need to choose the right college. Let students know. Let students decide.